Hi, my name is Megan Fielder. I'm the author and creator behind Algebra Elevated, and I love creating resources to make teachers' lives easier. So, today I want to talk about over 7 different ways you can pair or group off your classroom using a deck of cards. Now, why do I love pairing and grouping my classroom randomly? It's for a lot of things, especially some of my partner activities that I love doing. There's this one where two partners have dice and they're answering different questions and comparing my answers. Those are probably my favorite at the moment. And having a quick and easy way to pair your students off makes my life and the classroom start off so much easier. Now, sometimes students are allowed to pick their own pairs in my classroom. Sometimes I do it randomly, like with these cards, and then other times I might purposely pair students together. My favorite thing is to just keep it different every time so that students don't know what to expect, and that's kind of the strategy with this deck of cards as well. So I have just a classic deck of cards, just normal 52 cards. I don't even count it off for my students, so there's 52 cards. We use them all, we don't use them all. Well, obviously I don't have 52 kids in my class, but I don't count to make sure we have the exact number. Basically what I do is when the students walk in, they pick a card, they don't know what it's for. Then I let them know how we're going to pair them off, which I'm going to tell you a couple ideas in a minute. And after they are paired off, whoever is kind of left and isn't able to find a pair, they get grouped up together. So it's not always a perfect number, but you could definitely make it. This is just quicker and easier way to get it done. So the first way that I like to pair them off by numbers. So pretty easy, find somebody else with your number in the classroom, or find somebody who doesn't have your number in the classroom. That's always a fun one. Another idea is by color. So find another person that matches your color, find another person that doesn't match your color. Kind of get the idea already. Another one would be to match suits. This one's kind of interesting because, especially in middle school, they don't always know what a suit is. So then it's kind of teaching them about cards in general. So match your suits or don't match your suits. This one's really good if you want to create groups of 4. You can say find somebody from every suit in the classroom. And so that's an easy way. Same thing with the numbers. If you want groups of 4, you can say all the 7s need to pair up, all the 3s need to group up. For these kinds of days, I sometimes do count it off to make sure they're even, just so that we don't have so much chaos if there's a lot of unmatched groups. Another strategy I have is even and odd. So you can say even numbers pair up. Could be any color, they don't have to be the same color. Or odd numbers pair up, and that's kind of relating it back to some math concepts. What's an even number, what's an odd number, especially depending on the age of your students. That can be helpful. Another good one is consecutive numbers. So find numbers that are next to each other. Same suit, opposite suit, wouldn't matter for that pairing as well. You could choose to take out the face cards or keep them in. I've done both depending on the size of my class. Sometimes you have a small enough class and you can just remove all the face cards and the aces even, if that's something that you want to do. But you could say face cards find each other and numbers find each other. That's another pairing. And then another one I have done before is like high numbers pair up and low numbers, or even a face card has to go find a number card. That one gets a little complicated. I would say like sometimes when you make it too complicated, it distracts from how quick and easy it's supposed to be to group up using just these deck of cards. But the biggest tip I have is to mix it up. So when my cards are out and the students know they have to pick up a card on their way in, sometimes they think they know how I'm going to pair off the groups. And so Johnny and his best friend know I sometimes pair up by numbers. So Johnny's going to grab a 7 and his best friend's going to grab a 7. if I kind of catch wind of that happening, or I even notice it just happening organically, I might purposely be like, oh, I was gonna pair off by numbers, but now we're going to do by color so that they don't have that pairing. And sometimes pairing with friends is a good thing, and then sometimes it can be a non-productive pairing. So I usually pick like one or two people that I'm trying to get them to work with somebody new, and then I kind of see what cards they have and I split it off. Another tip with that is that every hour I might use a different pairing, or I pick like 2 or 3 strategies to use throughout the day, because first hour is for sure going to tell third hour how I did my pairing that day. And so that's another way you can kind of mix it up and keep students on their toes. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, or you want to do more partner work in your class, I'm going to leave a link to that partner activity, or the partner activities I love doing right now. There's a ton available of different content covered. So that might be something you want to check out. And if you have another way to use a deck of cards to kind of organically or randomly pair off or group off your classroom, if you want to leave that in the description below, I'd love to hear it. I'm always interested in new strategies. I hope everybody has a wonderful day.